Hello everybody, my name is Citranite and welcome back to another brand new review, and today we're reviewing Deluxe Wheeljack from Transformers Earthrise. But before we get to him, oh no, we have something much better to get to. That's right, you all know what's coming? The box! Oh, your favorite part of a toy, mine too. Sorry for the glare, using new lights. Okay, here is Wheeljack's beautiful artwork. I love the blue boxes. I love them much more than the Siege boxes. I still like Siege as a concept better than Earthrise, but as long as Earthrise gives me some really cool characters, and Scorponok, of course, you know, you can get the gist. There's the UPC code, if anyone would like to scan that and find this Wheeljack at their local Walmarts. I have not seen Earthrise stuff at any Targets near me, so just be noted of that. I know there are Targets that do carry Earthrise stuff. I have not found one yet. I've seen all of my Earthrise stuff and pretty much all the new Studio Series stuff exclusively at Walmart. So power to Walmarts. Usually it's Target who does this, but you know, there's the box. It's a standard deluxe box with really nice artwork on the side, and it's blue. And this is my new favorite piece of artwork here. Again, sorry for the glare, but that Shockwave image. I love Shockwave. Have I mentioned that enough? But now we can get to the piece resistance, and that is Wheeljack. Now this is a very cool car. Now Wheeljack is the first deluxe that I picked up from the Earthrise. I have not picked up any other ones, and as far as I'm aware, he is the hardest one to find. Now usually the deluxes are all pretty bunched together, and you can find a lot of them. I found 3 or 4 Ironworks, Hoist, I believe it's Hoist. I'm not sure who the green guy is who transforms into the little car. Ironworks, the green one, and Cliff Jumper. I only found I found like 4 or 5 of those each at my local Walmart. There was one Wheeljack, which is the one right here. And what's funny is Wheeljack's the only one I really want. I want Cliff Jumper and stuff, but I don't know the other 2. I don't know Ironworks. I still want to pick them up because I need Autobots, because my Autobot cast is so small compared to my vastly large Decepticon cast, especially in my Studio Series. I have like 95% Decepticons in my collection, and that's because I just generally like the Decepticons better, but I love Wheeljack almost as much as I love Hound, if not more. So let's take a look at this car. Enough explanations, and this is a very cool car. Whoops. Let's look at it. Oh man. Look at all these little nods and references. We got Icon Modulator, that's cool. Praxis, some Japanese writing, and that's so they can have, I believe, because I believe they don't change the prints in Japan, so you know, you have Aerobolt in that. So basically anything that can go in Japan is going to go in Japan. Wheeljack, Invasion Modulator, Chico Autobot logo. The paint is of course different than the plastic here, and that's because this is his hand, but you know, it's okay. It's just a whole lot of references. And then here's the beautiful front of the car. This is the only part that really bugs me, is the window knees, but that's okay. This also kind of bugs me, but overall just a really cool car mode. I believe all the logos transfer over on this side. I don't think they created unique molds or unique prints for both sides, but this is just a really cool car mode. And you know, it does its thing, you know. It's no Samurai Warrior, it's just a really cool Generation 1 style Wheeljack. And I think that's what I really wanted, because I don't have a Wheeljack figure. This is my first Wheeljack figure, so obviously this is my first impressions to Wheeljack figures. And I'm so glad that I got this guy, because oh dang, this is a cool figure. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to see some pictures of me posing it around. I've had so much fun just transforming this guy. I rarely have fun transforming figures, and especially when they're Autobots, it's so rare. So you know, this is 100% just an awesome car mode. I don't really have anything other than saying about it. I wish the headlights here and here, I wish they could pop out. You know, it would be cool, but you know, it's what you get. You get a really cool deluxe Wheeljack, which is the size he should be. I no longer view deluxes as a bad thing unless the character should be a Voyager. Like animated Soundwave, that was a deluxe figure. Should have been a leader class at that point. But, you know, that's sorry, it's just a little rant. I think Wheeljack works as a deluxe very well, and I think he looks really well. He's done in an off-white plastic with green, red. You know, you can basically, if you look at this, that's Wheeljack. That is 100% Wheeljack. Like, if I were to put, hold on. Yeah. Oh, whoops, I took off the entire thing. If I were to put, this guy here, do you know who that is? Do you know who this is? No, that's what I thought. You probably will never know, because I'm not going to tell you right now. But, like, it just looks like a Wheeljack. And that's what it's trying to accomplish. It's not trying to be fancy. It's just trying to look like a Wheeljack. And I really appreciate that. So, let's get into the size comparisons. Alright, starting off some size comparisons. Here we have, Leader Shockwave. You know, without any of his armor on. Like usual. You know, just Leader Shockwave, flip it over. Submarine, ooh, it's a freaking gun. Don't lie. So, you know, you can see there. I probably should have just done the submarine. You know, there. Leader Shockwave is obviously a lot bigger. But, you know, he's not as thick. Alright, moving on to a much more recent figure. Here is Grapple. I think these two look phenomenal together. He should be like that, though. Like, in size. Compared to Wheeljack. You know, a little perspective thing there. And Wheeljack should be... I'm not sure how to perspective this. Wheeljack should not be this, but rather Grapple should be this. Does it make sense? Yeah, it makes sense. But, you know, they look really well together. Size isn't a big thing to me, as long as it kind of looks like it works and the robot mode works. So, you know, it is what it is. There we go. And then we have one more smaller figure. Here's Brunt, just to get a size of the deluxes. They're, you know, same amount of plastic. Brunt's a lot thicker than Wheeljack, but Wheeljack is a lot wider. So, you know. And then I have one more comparison for vehicle mode, and that is this guy. Here's a City Former next to Wheeljack. I don't know what you expected. He's literally tiny compared to Triptychon. But, you know, there you go, there's your City Former. Because I have one, and now I must use it in every size comparison. So, you know, there's some size comparisons. And then let's get on to accessories. I kind of did this out of order. So all it comes with is this tiny little rocket launcher, and you can put it one of two places. There's a port here, and there's two ports here. There's nothing else. There's legitimately nothing else. So when I'm displaying in vehicle mode, I just like to put it back here, because then it doesn't compromise the look of the vehicle. But if you really want a weapon, you know, you can peg it right in there. So bam, it kind of covers up the Autobot logo, but you know, Wheeljack's got to be discreet. And then you can take other weapons here. This is Grapple's weapon, and you can just siege this guy to your heart's content. This weapon works terribly. I made a bad decision. I should have done... Yeah, but you know, you get the point. You can siege this guy up. I just had Grapple's weapon near me. Here, you know what? Let's really siege this up. Let's really siege this up. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. He's discreet now. Robots in disguise, obviously, you know. More than meets the eye. You never know. You never know. It's all up to you what you want to do. Obviously, I'm boring and I like to display the figure how they should be displayed. But, you know, there's Wheeljack. Thumbs up. Let's get down to transformation. Let's do it. Okay, so basically, to transform this guy, you're going to want to flip these up. Just flip them up like that. They should lock there. Okay, then you're going to want to come around here, grab these two, and you're just going to pop them off. You're just going to pop them out. I know it sounds scary, but it's not. Okay, next up, you're gonna come around here. There's a little joint here. Make sure, see there's little tabs underneath here. Let me pop one out so I can show you. There's little tabs that line up here. And you see it right there. And that has to go in that hole when you're transforming it. Make sure you know that. I didn't know that. See that hole? And then this little tab. Make sure you do that. It's going to require a little bit of force, but it should look like that when you're done. So basically you're going to unpeg that on both sides and unflip it. Then you're just going to rotate the entire thing around. Don't worry about the arms. You're going to flip up the head. Next, you're going to take the chest and flip it onto Wheeljack. Next, the arms. So basically what you're going to do is twist the arm that way. And then twist the hand that way. That gives him a flush arm. So this is what it shouldn't look like. This is what it should look like. Okay, same thing on this side. Okay, well, bam. There we go. Beautiful. You have half of Wheeljack. Well, hi, everybody. I did science. He's a vacuum cleaner. You know, just in case, you know, I don't have a transformed figure next to me, so you get that would be a cool vacuum cleaner. But basically, you're gonna want to unsplit the legs now. Then this is the most important part. This is the part I've messed up on most times. You're going to want to grab right here, and you're just going to want to pull right here. So here, do it again. So grab right here and pull out. Okay, next up, you're going to want to bring it like this, and see this window piece? Flip it down as far as it's going to go down. Just flip it all the way down, and we'll bam. Then you're going to flip the feet up, and then pop them out of their pegs. So you're going to push down on this side piece here, push it down, and that basically gives him the ankle tilt that he needs. Desperately. He should not be standing like this. If you have him standing like this, that's fine. But, you know, you need to unpop the thing so you can have the option for ankle tilt. And here you go. So, you know, it's very much Wheeljack. It is very much Wheeljack. Let's get a look at that head sculpt. That is a absolutely beautiful head sculpt. It's a little too chubby for my taste. It should be more sharp like the Prime one, but it looks good. And I wish the ears here, the horns or whatever, I wish they were a translucent blue, like a turquoise. So it made it look like he's talking. I understand that this is to make him look like he's just standing there having an old Jackie time, but don't ever quote me on old Jackie time. But it looks okay. It looks fine. What are you gonna do? And then let's get into accessories before we get into posability. There's this, the rocket launcher again. Now, when I first unboxed this figure, I thought, oh, this is a hand rocket launcher, and that looks pretty good. If you're an imbecile, okay. Wheeljack. I was an imbecile. See this little port here? That goes in the side port. I believe it's this exact same port that you plug these into. So be mindful of that. I'm going to plug that in there. Wheeljack has a rocket launcher. I didn't know that when I unboxed the figure. I'm not too familiar with G1 other than the designs and some of the characters. I know all the characters, but I'm saying like personalities. I miss some things. I forgot about these flap things on the back, and I didn't know Wheeljack had a rocket launcher. I also had no idea who this guy was, so take that with what you will. But, you know, here is your Wheeljack. So, basic articulation, he's got a ball joint at the head, but you can't really look up or down. You can get a slight tilt, but it's really just left and right movement. It's really hard to move, so you're going to need a whole hand to move it. So, arms go all the way. You can go about back that far. I was going to say you can go all the way. No. You can go back that far. And you can go... Oh no. I just managed to get it all the way around. So yeah, you can go all the way around. They go out that far. The elbow bends here to there. And you can do a little bit of rotation here. And the hand rotates full 360 due to the transformation. Now, here's something really interesting. Wheeljack has a waist joint here, right? He's got a waist joint. Hooray! Jobby the Hong can calm down. But when you pop this off, he actually has two waist joints. So we've got this main one, and then we have this one which just rotates the upper part. So you could totally have him looking like this if you wanted to. He's got 2 waist joints. 2. Well, I'm not sure what you could more ask for, because 2 waist joints is insane. So, yeah. He's also got a spread. You can go all the way, farther than a hooker's legs. He's got up and down here. He's got a knee bend. You can go that far and forward just a tad. Then for his feet, he's got toe bend. You never see that. You never see toe bend. And then he's got that far of a tilt. You can go that. You can go all the way flat. And then you can go all the way. So he could technically do the spread while almost touching the ground at the same time. That is insane. This Wheeljack is heavily articulated. And he's got ports all over. So he's got a port there and port there. Sorry, I didn't look for these. Yeah, he's got a, so yeah, port there, port there. No ports on the stomach, surprisingly. Port there, on the arm, on the back. I don't think he's got any ports on the back, unfortunately. So you can give him a deluxe Battle Master look. But this is a really good deluxe. I was surprised. And he can do the high kick. Well, if I can fiddle with him for a second. He can do the high kick. I am not holding him. I am shaking the table. And he was holding. So he's gonna probably not withstand an earthquake in that hit, but you know, you're more worried about an earthquake than your jack falling over. So, you know, don't be worried about that. He can hold a lot of poses. And that's probably due to his big feet. The only problem I wish his legs were a bit stiffer. They're kind of loose, and you kind of have to, you know, he does withstand the shake test, kind of. Like nothing's gonna fall off of him, but he's very loose knees. Alrighty then, so I think that's all I want to say about Wheeljack, so we're gonna go on to the size comparisons. Alrighty, and we're back for size comparisons. Here is Shockwave. As you can see, Wheeljack is not as tall as him, but they look pretty good together, you know. I feel like Wheeljack should be taller if we're scaling with Shockwave here, but, you know, whatever. It's fine, it's cool. Here's what I consider to be his wave mate, even though I know they're not. Here is Grapple. They're both wave ones, so you know. Grapple! And what is that? Astro Train. He wasn't in the last size comparison, and that's because I didn't transform him. Here is Astro Train. Looks really cool together. Here's his wave mate, technically. They're both wave one. I don't know why you're complaining. Here's Brunt. You know, I didn't transform Brunt. I'm lazy. And of course, you have to have the city formers because everybody wants to know. Focus on Wheeljack. Everybody wants to know how big he is compared to Trypticon. That's how big he is compared to Trypticon. Trypticon is massive. Doesn't even reach his knee. And that's okay, because that's not what he's supposed to do. I could probably pick this guy up with my pinky. Yeah. I need both hands to pick up Trypticon, so I didn't expect this to be Trypticon scaled, because deluxe size city formers would absolutely destroy the entire ecosystem. But, you know, there's my review for him. Earthrise Wheeljack. Do I recommend this figure? 100 smackaroony%. If you do not have Earthrise Wheeljack, you need to get your hands on it. It is 100% worth it. I hope you guys enjoyed the actual review of an actual toy, where I don't skip out on parts like the transformation and articulation, and I just gush about the figure. No, I did all that in this review, okay? I did it all. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Citranite. Don't forget, you can always subscribe. And if you don't like me anymore, you can unsubscribe and I can, block you on Twitter. But it's okay. No, I'm kidding, guys. If you want to subscribe, it's fine. It's free to subscribe. It's free to unsubscribe. You choose. Choose to ring that bell. I don't care. If you join the Lobster Army, I don't care. But if you do join the Lobster Army, then I recommend following me on Twitter and DeviantArt. Those are two of my places where I am very active. More so on Twitter, where I post a lot about the figures that I review, or plan to review. In fact, if you basically want to get a synopsis of what I'm going to say in my reviews, you can just literally go read a Twitter post about it, because I basically say the same things. I made a Twitter post about Wheeljack last night, and about how great he was, and today I'm making a review which will go up tomorrow. It's confusing, okay? I'm not really sure what's going on here. But thank you guys so much for watching, and bye-bye.